Now, Russia says that a peace treaty with Japan is unlikely right now, and this comes after Japan's Prime Minister Sanae Takaichi said that her newly re-elected government will try and pursue a peace deal with Moscow. Russia and Japan are not in a state of war. However, the two nations never signed a formal peace treaty after the end of World War II. In fact, the countries were technically in a state of war till 1956, 11 years after the Second World War had ended. That finally ended with the Soviet-Japanese Joint Declaration of 1956. However, a formal peace treaty was never signed because Moscow and Tokyo have been locked in a territorial dispute for decades. The dispute concerns a chain of islands to the north of Japan, and they're called Kuril Islands. And before the Second World War, these islands were regularly conquered and reconquered by the Russian and Japanese empires. But Japan was compelled to give up all claims to the Kuril Island after World War II. However, Tokyo still maintains that it owns some islands just north of Hokkaido. Tokyo refers to these islands as its northern territories. Moscow has consistently rejected Tokyo's claims on the islands. However, Russia has made several attempts to work out a deal. Russian President Vladimir Putin had even offered to give some of the smaller islands to Japan back in 2018, but Tokyo has always refused to renounce its claims on all four territories. This deadlock is one of the major reasons why Russia and Japan have not managed to sign a formal peace treaty. This is despite World War II having ended over 80 years ago. But now, Prime Minister Sanae Takaichi says she wants to try working out a peace treaty once again. However, Moscow is not keen at the moment. The Kremlin spokesperson Dmitry Peskov was asked about Takaichi's statement, and he said that Moscow's relationship with Tokyo was down to zero because of Japan's support for Ukraine during the ongoing war. So until Tokyo repairs its relationship with Moscow, a peace deal might still be far away.